Now, let's take note of breastfeeding and support systems. I'll be introducing my very good guests, but in our preamble, investing in breastfeeding is an investment for the future. Yet only 48% of infants under 6 months are exclusively breastfed, well below the World Health Organization assembly target of 60% by 2030, which is due to the overlapping challenges for new mothers, health workers, as well as the health system. As we mark World Breastfeeding Week, Jerry Kiwanuka, a project manager at ADRA Uganda Real Project, and Edridah Akankwatsa, a clinical officer at Kyaka II Medical Center, are going to walk us through the support systems for Uganda in our search for effective breastfeeding regimens across the country. Many thanks and welcome to Morning at NTV, Mr. Kiwanuka and Ms. Akankwatsa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Great. Let me first ask, I see breastfeeding, then I see exclusive breastfeeding. Before we go into the nitty-gritty of that, I also see World Breastfeeding Week. Who should talk to us about World Breastfeeding Week? The medical officer.
Yes.
Please do.
Thank you. I am called Akankwatsa Edridah. I'm the medical clinical officer at Kyaka II Medical Center. We are in a breastfeeding week, and in this week, this is where we encourage our mothers to breastfeed their babies exclusively. I can talk of a neonate from 0 to 28 days, then from 28 days to 12 months, that is an infant, then from 12 months to 5 years, that is a child. We are expecting our mothers to breastfeed their neonates, their infants, up to 6 months exclusively, without giving any solid or any liquid foods.
Okay.
Yes, that is exclusive. Breastfeeding. Then we also have complementary feeding, that is from 6 months up to 5 years, where we can give in other foods. Okay. So in this week, we are teaching our mothers how to breastfeed, encouraging exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months, then with complementing after 6 months and beyond up to 5 years. We teach them how to breastfeed and which foods they should use in breastfeeding their children.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me stay with you closely on that. How possible is it that a baby can be exclusively breastfed for communities where there could be challenges, especially availability of food for a mother?
Our role as health workers, we encourage mothers to do so without any putting questions. Reason being, God designed it that whether you eat or not, breast milk has to be there. The body is able to produce. It can be in a less content, but breast milk will always be there. So if the mother is so conscious and willing to do it, breast milk is ever there. You can make it for those 6 months exclusively.
Wow.
Yes, the mother can emaciate, but the baby will receive the breast milk. Yes.
Interesting there. It's an eye-opener. Mr. Kiwanuka, what is the real project, Uganda Real Project, that is being undertaken by ADRA? It's something I believe that is in collaboration with the medical workers at Kyaka II Medical Center.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris. ADRA Uganda, first of all, is Adventist Development and Relief Agency, which is a humanitarian arm of the Seventh Adventist Church in the world. And in Uganda, ADRA started operating in on 4th July 1986, just after the NRM government came. And basically we have a series of interventions ranging from health, education, livelihoods, emergency response. So about the REAL project that I manage, REAL stands for Resilience Enhancement for Adapting to Sustainable Livelihoods. It's a Danida founded project by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Denmark. Danida And our funders, that is FAHU and Novo Nordisk Foundation from Denmark. And it's basically a food security, nutrition and resilience project that targets 8,400 refugees and host communities in Kyaka, 2 refugee settlements, and Ramwanja, refugee settlements in western Uganda.
All right. I think that is quite transformational and does complement many of the initiatives and the tasks that you roll out in communities. I want to talk about the challenges of breastfeeding, because I'm amazed that you say that come rain or shine, breast milk must appear. That is how nature is. There are working mothers who might not be readily allowed to go on leave so they can stay away from work. The challenges that we face in the workplaces are also peculiar. Somebody might choose, they know if I stay away, whether everyone knows that I had a baby or not, that job might not be found. So I have to make that very, very tough choice. How do they navigate exclusivity in breastfeeding?
With exclusive breastfeeding while at work, we expect to be having maternity leaves which come in after delivery, and it should be 60 working days after delivery. However, in some instances you find the employer is not able to provide that maternity leave. So it is the mother to fidget around and see how to survive in that situation. Though it is always tricky, some mothers try to put in other formulas and other feeds before the 6 months elapse. So yeah.
Please.
Yeah, maybe just a rejoiner. The Constitution of Uganda, Article 40, subsection 4, provides that every employer of a woman worker should provide them rights while pregnant and also after giving birth. What does that mean? That employers are mandated by law to ensure that they provide the 60 working days maternity leave, but also create a safe place for breastfeeding to mothers, but also give them a full paid leave in that period, but also ensure that the environment is safe for them. I believe the reason why some mothers don't breastfeed because, well, adequately, like exclusively, is because maybe the environment they are in, or they fear losing jobs, because however much the law is in place, but it is upon the employers to ensure that it is put in place, and mothers exclusively breastfeed their children to encourage a healthy mindset of the children, but also to enable the children have a very good cognitive development. Okay. So basically we have to implement the existing laws, but also the 2006 Employment Act, it also stipulates that employers are supposed to safeguard women, especially during their pregnancy and also after giving birth, to ensure that they take good care of their children, so that we can have a healthy generation. No doubt.
Madam Akankwatsa, talk to us about lactation supports.
Thank you so much. Lactation support, this is where we teach our mothers how to breastfeed. Some mothers especially,
people don't know.
People don't know.
Wow.
There is what we call attachment, the nipple to the baby's mouth. Sometimes you find prime gravidas, these are mothers who are delivering for the first time. We don't have any experience. The attachment is poor and the baby is not able to suck well the milk.
Okay.
So when we are doing antenatal for our mothers and those who have already delivered, when they come for immunization, EPI services, we teach them how to attach the nipple to the mouth of the baby, which position they should be in, so that they can suck well the breast milk. Yeah, that is lactational support.
Wow, and that is what the consultants who should be in constant communication with the mothers ought to do. Now, when we talk about the support structure or the systems, do we have enough of these consultants across the country? Because when you look at the challenges of our healthcare system, we are grappling with so many things. I do not think lactation support consultants are available as they are needed.
Yes, you're very right. We don't have those consultants as of now, but as health workers, we do that role. When mothers come to us, we give them the knowledge on how to do it.
Okay.
Yes. And how like the frequency of doing it.
All right. Before I transition into policy changes and advocacy efforts, that's a question Mr. Kiwanuka will help us answer. What kind of food, because we must be very specific, what types of foods are most advisable to consume for a mother who is breastfeeding?
The food to the mother, to the baby.
Mother.
Yes, the mother.
Of course, we know it's exclusive.
Yes.
The baby is breastfeeding, so the mother has to feed.
So in the period for exclusive breastfeeding, the baby is receiving breast milk alone. But the mother is encouraged to have a balanced diet,
okay,
where we have proteins, we have carbohydrates, we have fats, we have vitamins, we have minerals, refuges, all mixed up, so that the body of the mother is able to provide all the essential nutrients in the breast milk that the baby is going to consume.
Okay.
Yes.
What advice is there for happy mothers who might want to partake of certain consumables that are susceptible to the baby? That's advice they need.
The advice that I can give, mothers have to be selective enough, because there are some foods that may not be so important to provide the nutrients to the baby. For example, a breastfeeding mother, we don't expect you to take alcohol. We don't expect you to take a lot of fatty foods. Yes, we need fats, but right, there are some fats which are so strong that the baby may not need. Yeah, so we encourage mothers to have much of the greens, much of the proteins that we get in usual foods, so that the baby can have those essential nutrients that the body needs to build its immunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
With regard to policy changes, Mr. Kiwanuka, advocacy efforts that need to be implemented to promote not only exclusive breastfeeding, but also an environment that allows for mothers, especially those who are working, to breastfeed within the spaces where they work. Have you pushed this enough?
Yeah, thank you so much. Partners all over the country, especially employment partners and partners that working in health and nutrition, agitating the policymakers and employers to ensure that they create, first of all, a safe space for the mothers, because, for example, by the way, I'm a new father. My wife gave birth to a girl last Friday.
Congratulations.
Edridah is also a mother, I think just a few months ago. So what we are talking about reality here, that do we have a space where a mother who has a child and maybe a nanny can be at workplace? So now this calls for planning. But I've seen some institutions having such places. For example, if you go at UMI, you find that there are places where mothers and children can play. Even, for example, if I have my child who's still nursing, they can spend some time there with the nanny. So we are we're advocating for this. We're urging all employers to ensure that you create some space, you plan for the space. But also the other thing we need to look at is the flexible working hours for mothers. If all other people report at 8, can they maybe report at 9? If other people break off at 1, can they break off at midday for lunch? If other people come back at 2, can they come back at 3 or leave early at 4 p.m. so that they can have enough time for the baby? But also the prolonged, because the law states that we are supposed to have exclusive breastfeeding for at least 6 months. But you find that this is not mothers are not given enough time to really breastfeed. You find that most of them will do it maybe 1 to 3 months, and then and because of work they have to go back. But now how can you create an atmosphere at work to ensure that this woman employee who is a mother can exclusively breastfeed their children for 6 months, but still are not endangering their jobs?
That is right.
And still getting their full pay.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap this up. In line with the theme, enabling breastfeeding, making a difference for working parents, I'm glad you have made that very, very clear. Yes. Do we have specific events that are being held in line with the breastfeeding week? Is there something that young mothers can attend? An exhibition, an event? When is this going to happen? Very quickly.
Yeah, thank you so much. At the settlement level, I'll speak for Kyaka II Refugee Settlement. Obviously, internationally, the World Breastfeeding Week is from 1st to 7th of August. But the Kyaka II Refugee Settlement, we decided to hold it this week. And the climax of the events, we are organizing these events in partnership with Medical Teams International, the OPM, that is Office of the Prime Minister, UNHCR, and Chigegwa local government. And the climax of the events are going to be held in Bujuburi, that is tomorrow. Bujuburi is in Kyaka II Refugee Settlement. And we are going to have a series of stakeholders ranging from the regional representatives from the Ministry of Health, people from the district, UNHCR representatives, OPM partners in nutrition and health, but also livelihoods. So we call upon young mothers, new mothers, and all stakeholders to really be with us. Yes, we are going to celebrate it at the settlement level, but can you also do it where you are?
Wherever they are. Wherever
you are, be it at the workplace, be it at home. Let us celebrate the breastfeeding by giving our mothers adequate time for breastfeeding, but also nutrition. Ensure that that's how our project now comes in.
Okay.
To ensure that the mothers feed well, so that they can have good nutrients in the breast, so that our children can have a
good start to life. I would be remiss if I don't give the final chance to wrap this up to is it new or you've been a mother before, but also a medical officer who interfaces with many of these mothers. Talk to them in a minute.
Yes, thank you. In addition to what Edridah was saying, another activity we are doing is health education on the ground, whereby every morning we teach our mothers how to breastfeed their babies, which food they should eat, so that they can have essential breast milk. An encouragement to all mothers who are out there, it is that we should all look into breastfeeding our babies exclusively for 6 months, because it builds a good foundation for this child. Even in the future, when you do an assessment, people who have lived longer, people who have good brains and higher IQs, they are people who breastfeed for so long. So I encourage mothers to do so.
There you are.
Yes.
I also think people who are 6'5" breastfed exclusive. All right, thank you very much, Edridah Akankwatsa, medical officer at Kyaka II Medical Center. Many thanks to you too, Jerry Kiwanuka, project manager, ADRA Uganda Real Project, for what's no doubt very insightful and good perspective on breastfeeding. The last word maybe goes to the men, as the mothers are undertaking the exclusive breastfeeding. They need your support. That support should be exclusive too. We'll be right back.